Hello dear students, welcome to the next class of science. Students, in previous class I was teaching about the different components of air. Now let us see the other components of air. That is nitrogen. Nitrogen constitutes 78% of the air. Okay, and it does not support combustion process. The major part of the air is called nitrogen, and nitrogen does not support combustion. Okay, means nitrogen does not support burning process. Okay, students, carbon dioxide makes up a small component of air. Its percentage in the air is 0.03%. Okay, and it causes a feeling of suffocation. Means when material is burned in a closed room, then after some times carbon dioxide gas gets accumulated in the room and it causes suffocation. Okay students, and you know that plants and animals uses oxygen for respiration process and they produce carbon dioxide. What is respiration process? In respiration process, food react with oxygen and it will release energy, okay, and carbon dioxide gas. Okay students, and some amount of water vapors is also coming out during this process. So plants and animals uses oxygen for respiration process, okay, and they release carbon dioxide. And on burning, plants and animal matter consume oxygen and mainly release carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Okay students, means when plant product or animal product will burn, then it will release carbon dioxide, and for burning process they consume oxygen. For example, when you burn dry leaves, then it will release carbon dioxide and it will pollute to our surroundings. Now next component of the air is dust and smoke. Students, when fuel burns, smoke is produced, okay, and this smoke consists of a few gases and fine dust particles. These are harmful for the living organism. That's why there is a long chimney in factories. What is the uses of chimney? This long chimney takes the harmful smoke and gases away from the human beings, okay, but this smoke is harmful to the birds that fly high in the atmosphere. Okay students, now let us see, dust particles are always present in the air. You have to prove it from the activity 4. Let us understand this activity with the help of figure 15.7. Students, in this activity, go to a room and close the windows and doors. Okay, now switch off the lights. Now slightly open a window or a door facing the sun. You'll observe that some tiny shining particles moving in the sunlight coming from the small opening. These are the dust particles. You can see this figure also. This small opening allow to enter the beam of light, okay, and you'll observe that tiny shining particles moving in this beam of light. Okay students, so students, this activity shows that air also contains dust particle and the presence of dust particle in air varies from time to time and from place to place. For example, some places having more wind, okay, then in that places more dust particles is present in the air, and some places having more rain, in that case less dust particle is present in air, okay, and when you breathe in air, then the fine hair and mucus present in your nose prevent dust particle from entering the respiratory system. So students, you should not breathe through your mouth. If you do so, then the harmful dust particles enter your body. Students, you must have seen traffic policemen. They uses mask. What is the uses of mask? This mask prevents harmful dust particles from entering the body, okay. So from these all activities, we understood that the air contains some gases, water vapors, dust particles. The gases in the air are mainly nitrogen, oxygen, and small amount of carbon dioxide and many other gases. Okay students, here Bujo wants to know that Why during an incident of the fire one is advised to wrap a woolen blanket over the burning objects? Students, when you wrap the woolen blanket over the burning materials, then it will cut the supply of oxygen. Means if there is no oxygen, means no burning process. You know that oxygen help in combustion process or burning process. So this blanket will cut the supply of oxygen and fire will stop. Here Paheli also wants to know that why the transparent glass of windows, if not wiped off regularly, appears hazy. Students, it happens due to the accumulation of fine dust particles, smoke on the transparent glass. Okay. Now let us see this figure 15.9. Composition of air. Students, from this figure we can see that oxygen and nitrogen together make up 99% of the air. Okay. And remaining 1% is constituted by carbon dioxide and few other gases and water vapors. Now let us see next topic. How does oxygen becomes available to animals and plants living in the water and the soil? Let us understand it with the help of an activity. Students, it is activity 5. In this activity you have to heat water in the container. Okay, like this. Okay, then you'll observe that tiny bubbles on the inner surface of the container. Students, from where does this tiny bubbles come? These tiny bubbles come from the air which is dissolved in the water. Okay, and when you heat the water, then what will happen? Students, on heating, the air dissolves in the water escapes and gradually water itself turns into vapors and finally begins to boil. So the animals and plants which live in the water, they use this air or oxygen dissolved in the water. Now let us see activity 6. In this activity you have to take a lump of dry soil in a beaker. Okay, now you have to add water on the soil. Then you will observe that bubbles is coming out from the soil. So this bubble indicates the presence of air in the soil. Students, when you pour water on the lump of the dry soil, then it goes into the spaces between the soil particles and air comes out of the soil in the form of bubbles. So the organism which live in the soil, they uses oxygen that is trapped in the soil. Okay, and plants root also respire this air, means they take oxygen which is trapped inside the soil. Okay. Students, some animals make holes and burrow in the soil, and this burrow also makes space available for air to move in and out from the soil. But when there is a heavy rain, then this burrow is filled up by the water. Okay, and air is coming out from these burrows. In that situation, animals living inside the soil, they have to come out for the respiration process. For the example, earthworm. Generally in rainy season, earthworm is coming out because their burrow is filled with water. No air is there. So for the breathing process, this earthworm comes out from the hole. Okay, students. Now let us see the next topic. 15.4. How is oxygen in the atmosphere is replaced? Students, you know that for the process of photosynthesis, plants uses carbon dioxide and release oxygen. But for the process of respiration, plants takes oxygen. But they produce more oxygen during photosynthesis process and they consume less oxygen during respiration process. Okay. It is obvious that animals cannot live without plants. The balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is maintained through respiration in plants and animals and by the photosynthesis in plants. This shows interdependence of plants and animals. Means for carbon dioxide, plants depends on animals, and for oxygen, animals depends on plants. Okay, students, let us see the other uses of air. Students, rotate the windmill. Okay, and windmill is used to draw water from the tube wells and to run floor mills. Windmills are also used to generate electricity. Okay, and air help in movement of sailing yachts, gliders, parachutes, aeroplanes. Birds, bats and insects can fly due to the presence of air. Okay, and air also help in dispersal of seed or pollen grains from one flower to other flowers. Okay, air plays an important role in water cycle. So these are the uses of air. Students, now your chapter completed. Today you will get the exercise of the chapter. Thank you.